Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to bring you the new Tracer9 from Yamaha, the Sport Touring motorcycle, and I've been riding it and it's an amazing motorcycle. It's been redesigned, the looks and the engine, everything was redesigned to comply with the Euro 5. You can acquire this motorcycle in 3 colors, at least here in my country, and of course you can have a lot of access for it. This one is the GT version, which already comes with these two pinions or side bags. I don't know how it's called, but I think it's pinions, something like that. But you can use the app My Garage, where you can look at all the accessories that you can have for this motorcycle, including a top case, the USB socket there, radiator protection. So all that information, you can use that application, which I already have a video explaining how it works. I don't know if it is in English already, but at least in Portuguese I already know, and maybe I'll leave the link up here, and you can see prices and how the motorcycle will look with that. Having said this, let's take a closer look at the specs of this motorcycle. Regarding seat height, we are talking about 810 millimeters stock factory, but the good thing is that you can adjust it 50 millimeters lower or 50 millimeters up without any tools. This is the test drive motorcycle, so this should be the standard factory size. It's 810, and as you can see, I can reach the floor without any problems. Okay, I'm 1.85 m, but I still have a little bend on my knees. The fuel tank, 18 liters capacity, which means we have around 350 kilometers range with the motorcycle. It's going to depend how you treat the throttle. And the total weight of this motorcycle, it's 220 kilograms. It's not heavy motorcycle at all. Another fun thing and curious thing is that you can adjust the foot pegs 15 millimeters up or down. Also, you can adjust handlebar, and with all these adjustments, we have the total of 8 configurations that you can have with this beautiful motorcycle for Yamaha, which makes it very versatile for everyone. Let's take a closer look at the front of the motorcycle, where you have this windscreen now, which is adjusted with one hand. We have handguard protections, we have this new air vents on the front, the lights are full LED, very aggressive look, which is a mix with the MT on the top and the R1 on the bottom. The front suspension is semi-active, electronic controlled, 41 millimeters diameter, a course of 130 millimeters, 2 discs 298 millimeters, where the clippers are from the previous generation, but the pump comes from the R1. The rims, they are the same level of resistance as the previous model, but they are lighter, and the tires are the Bridgestone Batlax 120/70 R17 on the front. Taking a closer look at the rear, we're gonna see that we have these 2 seats, which are relatively comfort for this category, the Sport Tourism. We have these 2 bags on the side. It comes with a GT, which now it has more 7% capacity, which means they can take full helmets, both of them. The rear shock absorber is electronic controlled, which is designed for better performance. It has a course of 137 millimeters. The swing arm is totally new, 1 disc 245 millimeters. We have the new rims, again the same resistance but lighter than the previous model, and the tires are the Bridgestone 180/55 R17 equipping the rear. Okay, let's talk now about the soul of the motorcycle. Everyone knows the CP3 engine from Yamaha, and this one, it was now lighter, it is more powerful, it was redesigned, and it's a little bit more advanced than the previous model. Also, it's assembled on a more vertical angle. It's a liquid-cooled engine, 890 cc's, on 119 horsepower at 10,000 RPM, 93 newtons at 7,000 RPM. We have a 6-speed gearbox, and this motorcycle, the GT version, comes equipped with a quick shift up and down, completely adjustable. I will show you in a while, and of course it is Euro 5 compliant. Regarding the handlebar and the dashboard, we're going to talk here because there is a lot of information to tell you. We're going to start with this left side on the handlebar. First of all, the grip is very nice grip. This rubber is super cool. Without gloves, it's very good to the touch. This motorcycle, the GT version, comes with heated grips, 10 levels of heated grip, and it is very practical on the winter. We have the commute buttons here, where you have the mode. This button to select options when you are on the specific mode. High beams, low beams, and passing lights. Cruise control. Then you have the set and the resume button. Blinkers left and right that blinks on different positions on the dashboard. We have a horn and hazard lights. If we move to the right side, kill switch, starter of the motorcycle, and the menu button, which I'll show you in a while how everything interacts with the dashboard. And talking about dashboard, we have this two beautiful 3.5 inches screen, where the left side it's information regarding the function of the motorcycle, and the right side it's functional information, which is not that critical. So on the left we have the RPMs, speed, quick shift in the information, if it is connected or not, if it is which one is connected, gear indicator. We have the menu where you have three configurations where we're going to use the mode button, which I'll show you in a while. Then we have the fuel, you can change this information also. We have a clock, BC, which is engine brake. We have the oil check. Then we have the gear or the heated grips indicator, and we have the little gear, which is to access the configuration menu. On the right side we have a simple menu, which we can adjust to our taste. Okay, it has 4 sections. When you use the wheel, this scrolling wheel on the right side, as you can see by the screen, you can choose where to change the information, and then you press down, and here you have several options for every square of information. So you decide what options you want on each square and just press OK, and that information stays there. The information I'm looking here, it's different from the one you're looking at the screen because it's pre-recorded, but it's just a demonstration purpose. And if you continue using the wheel, it will change on the left side where you see you can change the year where you have the fuel. You can change for other kind of information also if you want. Okay, you don't have to have the fuel indicator there, but I'm going to leave it there just because I want. And then heated grips, we press OK, and as you can see, we do have 10 levels of heated grips. I'm going to put it off, and then we go to this wheel, we press down, and we enter this menu, where the first option is display settings, where you can put the lap time on or off, and you have tech color, which basically means if you put tech color off or on this case, the RPMs, instead of being green, they will be white. That's the only thing. Next menu, manual TCS settings. Here you can adjust the level of TCS, which traction control. This is the suspension, and this is the anti-lift levels. They both have 3 levels, and this is the manual. Pay attention because in a while I'm gonna talk to you about traction controls, and you'll see we have 3 options: manual, 1 and 2. Then we go to exit. Vehicle settings. Engine brake, you can set 2 levels, 1 or 2. I'm not gonna change that. Then quick shifting or quick shift, we can select if you want up and down, or you just want up, you just want down, or you don't want any quick shift. It's very simple. The next option, shift indicator. It's as it says, it's at 6,000 RPMs, the screen will start blinking, telling you it's time to put another gear, and it will stop at 13,000 RPM. You cannot go lower than 6,000 RPM to start the shift indicator. Okay, then let's go back. The next one, it's maintenance. Noting units, it's where you choose if you want miles or kilometers, if you want kilometers by liter or liter by 100 kilometers, the temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit, and then brightness of the screen, a clock. This is the sensor calibration. It's a factory. You do this on the factory. You don't touch this one. All reset is reset everything, and then the first one, which is exit, to exit this menu. Like I said, on this left side we have a button which is called mode, and if you press several times, you'll see on the screen that it changes between traction control, driving modes, and suspension. If you are on traction control, you press this other button, you have traction control M, which is manual, 1 and 2. If you put on manual, which I am, then it will apply all those configurations that you did previously on that traction control menu. So I'm going to leave it in 2. Then we're going to do riding modes. With this motorcycle we have 4 riding modes, so we have 1 more riding mode than the previous. As you can see, we can 1, 4, 3. I'm going to leave it again in 2. And the suspensions, we have 2 adjustments, which is basically adjustment 1 and adjustment 2. And basically this is all the configurations that you do have on this motorcycle. And of course with this new EMU, it controls everything, the cornering lights and adjust the suspension and all those things, like every motorcycle nowadays. And it is good, it's less one thing to do, and it's very pleasurable to have all this information. Of course it comes with a price which is down on the description, or it will be in the end of the video. Having said this, let's gear up and hit the road. Okay guys, here I am on board of the Tracer9 2021 model from Yamaha, and I can honestly say that I've been enjoying the motorcycle maybe too much. It's a really nice motorcycle, well balanced, engine is amazing with this new modification tweaks for the Euro 5. I do recommend, if you are interested in a motorcycle like this one, please do take a closer look to what this one has to offer, because it has a lot of things that are very interesting and very good to offer you, and I do think that you will be pleasant and surprised with the abilities and the capacity and the maneuverability of this beautiful motorcycle from Yamaha. Talking about maneuverability, 220 kilograms, and look how well she responds to your commands. And since I'm here, one down, just because it's clear roads, and I can, just to show you how fun it is and how powerful it is, this engine. It was just that little bit there, because this road here, I do not know the road. It's a different road for me, it's secondary roads, and it's a good thing I came on these roads, because like this I can honestly try the suspensions. The roads here are not as perfect as a highway, and I can honestly say that the suspensions, they do work well. The Keep semi-active suspensions, they do their job. I do have them set on the level 2, which is the less hard level. The level 1 is that they makes the suspension a little bit more hard, and for me this is the perfect one to ride. And then we have excellent brakes on this motorcycle also. Okay, there's no one coming. In 3, 2, 1, stop, and it stops. Okay, there's a car coming, I'm gonna let him pass. We're gonna do a little braking test again if we need to stop this beautiful beast thing, and it stops. So the brakes, they do work. Again, we are talking good quality clippers. They come from the R1, so they stop every machine as fast as they can, of course. Okay, I always do my test around the 60 to 70 kilometers an hour. That's how I know if they work or not. And basically, this is again the kind of speeds that I usually ride, 100, 110, 120, not more than that. Talking about speeds, yesterday I did highway, and I can tell you this machine can go fast if you want to. Again, you cannot have 1.85 m like me, otherwise this windscreen it's a little bit shorter. You need a little bit more, and this is the higher position. Good thing it is adjustable, but not more than this. You can one hand, you can put it lower and put it back up again, and still at those speeds it's not the perfect height for me. But everyday commute like this, riding and traveling and everything, I think I would manage. It doesn't bother me that much until the 120, 130 kilometers an hour. More The lights, full LED, either you like the front or you don't, that's personal taste. Then we have this beautiful dashboard split it in two, which I personally like, but the only thing I can complain about the dashboard is that information on the left side, it's very small compared to the right side. As an example, if you look here, you have odometer here, you can barely see what is there, compared to the same information on the right side, which I can see perfectly 3,287 kilometers. Again, I have this information here just as to show you, because I can have different informations here as you've seen before. I can configure whatever I want here and whatever I want displayed here on these areas. Here is where we have the traction control. We have level 2, then I have the suspension 2 and the suspension at level 2 and the riding mode at level 2 also. Like I said, you have 4 riding modes, which is one more than on the previous model. I'm not enjoying the road as much as I want, because I'm talking to you and I'm trying to remember things I want to say to you. Another thing, mirrors. I like the mirrors, the shape that I like and everything, but the only thing for me, they are too close to my helmet, okay? It's one hand and like 4 fingers, and the mirrors are right here on my eyes. I think they should be a little bit more here. This is the good distance. They are too close to me. That's the only thing I don't like. But then I have like 70% for each side, which is good. 70 or 80% visibility. They don't shake. I can see perfectly clear what's coming behind me, and which is another good thing. And look how she likes to lean, and then you just give it throttle like this. I don't know the road, so we go just like this. Woo! Look at the sound of this engine, it's amazing, guys. Which way? This way. Woo! Going down one, look at the sound it makes. Really, really cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna turn around to enjoy this road a little bit more on the reverse, because I do have time before I can deliver the motorcycle. And while I'm trying to enjoy a little bit more, the seat, it is comfortable, but it is not as comfortable as I would expect. I was expecting a little bit more comfortable seat, but then again, they do sell it's a marketing strategy. They do sell another pair of seats, which they call the Comfort. I think it's Comfort they call, which then everything changes with those seats. But again, it's marketing, okay? Because you are paying 13,000 and something for a motorcycle, and then you have to pay like, I think it's 300 or 400 for a pair of seats extra to have the comfort that should already come on this motorcycle standard. Another thing I just remembered, this one doesn't have a USB plug. The space is there. It has a 12-volt socket here on the front, but it's something that no one never uses. Who's gonna be carrying that pieces to connect the 12-volt socket there? No one. It should have a USB plug standard, and this one doesn't have the radiator protection, which these images that we are watching, they come from the same motorcycle that was on the dealership, that had all that information already installed, all those extras already installed. And talking about extras, like I said before, you can see those extras on the app for Yamaha, which is the My Garage app, and you configure the motorcycle as you want. Wow, this sound is amazing. Woohoo! And another one down. So cool. And I'm riding with the lateral cases, which is not the perfect thing, but. And why I'm saying this, because yesterday when I was riding on the highway, and I was feeling the motorcycle wobbling a little bit. Okay, I know it's a windy area, I know everything because it's the highway, I know, but I do ride that highway with my motorcycle, my personal motorcycle. But my personal motorcycle, it's also 70 kilograms heavier than this one. But at around 160, 170, while I was riding, I was struggling to keep it straight because of the wind, and maybe because also the bags. I realized this today on the Portuguese review, and maybe though that was the issue. It was the bag, and it was a little bit windy. But again, outside that, those are speeds that I wouldn't be riding all the time, because a motorcycle like this, it's for you can use for everyday commute, of course, if you want, and if you want to travel, you want to appreciate the views. Okay, you don't want to go on a commute and do everything on a highway. You won't appreciate anything. So if you want, let's suppose you are in an interior road like this one where I am now, and you want to go relaxed, enjoy the views, watch everything, enjoy the corners and everything, because this motorcycle, she does like cornering very much, and she corners really well. And then at night you have the cornering lights and all those assistants. You have the EMU that controls everything, that knows how much pressure you have on the brake, or you're applying on the brakes. It knows how fast you are. It knows how much you are leaning. Everything that it's normal in the motorcycle nowadays, it's controlled by the EMU. And of course the configurations that you put, that you choose on your motorcycle. Okay, let me check here. Nothing here. I'm doing this very carefully, guys, because this is, like I said, not my normal roads. And as you can see, people live here. There can be a car coming out. There can be something can happen. I don't want to have any issues. But look at the sound. Look. It's a really good sound of the motorcycle. Having said this, guys, I think I showed you everything the motorcycle. I've enjoyed this motorcycle very much. I think it's a really good choice. I never owned the Yamaha before. I don't think I'm gonna own one, at least for now. The future we'll never know. But not because they are bad, okay, but because I do like the DCT from Honda, the dual clutch transmission. That's the only reason, okay, because this is a really nice piece of engineering. It is amazing. The only thing for me, it's these damn mirrors and the information there being too small, because I'm trying to look to see what I can say bad, and there is nothing bad to say. Even the placement of my legs, they fit well on the tank. Nothing to complain, no edges to annoy me. I can commute well, it brakes well, it can overtake easily. Of course, with 119 horsepower, it can take rider and pillion without any issues. You can load it up with tons of clothes and everything, fill up the top case, and still have plenty of power to commute and do whatever you want. Having said this, guys, I think I'm gonna finish this little test ride. After this, I think it's this, yeah, this way. Then this way here, and another one bites the dust, one down, and we make it just like this. And now I'm gonna ask you, please don't forget my partnership with CarTrack, the GPS tracker for your motorcycles. It works only here in Portugal, but at least if you know anyone in my country that needs this kind of service, please let them know, and I would appreciate. Another thing I will appreciate also is if you could please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, follow my other networks, and most important, give your thumbs up to my videos, give your comments, because that's how YouTube makes his makes the channel grow by he knows how much likes and dislikes the videos have, and that helps me, that helps you, because the more views I have, the more chances I have a bigger channel to have more partnerships and everything, blah blah blah. So it's a roller coaster, but it also starts with you. Having said this, I really hope I can see you in the next one, because bye.